All right, welcome into Prop 5 from the 5 Reasons Sports Network. Make sure you sign up to Prize Picks using code FIVE. We're here to preview the Heat's playing game, obviously, tonight with the Bulls. I've got Ross Brown. You can follow him at Ross Brown. And Major Passons, I don't have your handle here, so Major, you can give your handle out real quick.
Just Major_Passons.
There we go. So we're going to take a look at this matchup. Obviously, no Jimmy Butler tonight. Ethan's at the Kasai Center, and he wasn't able to join us. So we're just going to run through this game real quick, take a look at a few of the projections that we like. Obviously, for Miami, it's kind of all or nothing tonight. So I'm going to start with you, Ross. What's your number one play for the Heat tonight, just overall?
Yeah, the number one play for me, honestly, it's what I paired my Jokic half a point over on for that Tuesday game. Haywood Highsmith over 6.5. I felt like every single time this is on the board, I've always loved to smash it. He's hit it in his last 3 of 5. He's obviously going to get more minutes with Jimmy out. I think he's going to be a key factor to come in on defense if Kobe White or DeMar DeRozan get hot on offense. I think it's going to be a very big game for Haywood, and I feel like he's always in there, especially when the team goes down. He's out there. He gets those offensive rebounds and those early when they're getting up on that press. He always steals the ball, and he'll always get a quick little layup or an and one there to spark the team.
Yeah, he's got some friendly goblin plays too. You know, the half a three, the 3.5 points. So you could get some value on him as well. But I only play the goblins typically on larger entries. So, like I said, I'll just pair one of his straight plays. So, Major, what's your number one play on the Heat side?
Yeah, the Highsmith one was going to be like my one. So I'll go to my two. Jovic, 4.5 rebounds, hits it last 4 of 5. No Jimmy. Jovic has been pretty hot as of late and big impact on the game. The one he didn't get he had 3 rebounds against Toronto in one of those games. I feel pretty comfortable that he's going to hit this for us. I think he's going to get a lot of minutes and have a big role, and they need rebounding.
Yeah, for sure. And the Demon plays only 1 rebound more. So if you're really feeling confident, you could even go that direction. But unfortunately for the Heat, they're going to need to find scoring in this game. So obviously, Tyler Herro, there's a lot of talk about just the volume of shots that he took. And I think he's going to have to be a high volume guy again in this game. His number's been creeping up on the points overall. He's now at 25, which you can see Prize Picks is doing this thing where they're kind of highlighting the stars with these images here. So just some of those plays that they're trying to draw attention to. I don't love the 3-point plays in this game, but I would maybe look at him over on the 3.5 rebounds here on this Demon play, or possibly over on the 25 points if he can actually get some efficiency in this game. But what do you guys think about Bam? I'll start with you, Major. Let's take a look at Bam.
Bam, the one I thought about was Bam rebounds. Big game, but Drummond is available, so it kind of scared me from that. He's up to 11.5 now, so he needs 12, which is a substantial amount of rebounds, especially for Bam. He does so much, and depending on the defense they're playing, he's not close to the rim. Mm-hmm. I've said it on the show multiple times. Bam props kind of scare me because he can impact the game in so many ways, but not necessarily through the stat sheet. So I could see him hitting his points and rebounds. But I mean, he should have the ball in his hands a lot. So maybe point, rebounds, assist. Just overall impact on the game is more so what I'd be looking for. So I might actually talk myself into point, rebounds, and assist.
Yeah, I would take that under 11.5 rebounds for me, but I think Bam's going to have to be aggressive on the offensive end and get up, 15 plus shots in this game for them to have a chance. Because Chicago's got, some horses. Obviously, their offense has been clicking a little bit. Ross, what do you think about Bam? And then we can pivot to Chicago here.
Yeah, if Miami's going to win this game, it's must win. We all know that. They got to put all hands on deck. I love Bam's over. It's very, very high. He hasn't hit it in a while. He hasn't hit it in his last 4 games, but he's gone. He needs somebody to step up. Somebody's got to step up. Spoelstra needs someone to step up. Hero's going to put up a bunch of shots. I think that Bam's going to be able to work on Vucevic a lot today. He's not really a great defender, so I really think after a lackluster game last game, especially getting into that foul trouble early, I think that he definitely has to get the points up. 21.5 seems high, but I have a lot of confidence in my franchise player for sure.
Yeah, he's going to need one of those marquee type games, obviously, with no Jimmy Butler. So let's pivot over to the Chicago side. I know a lot of guys in the network, including our guy Sean Rochester, love Kobe White in this game. He's had some good history against the Heat. These 3-point lines are interesting. He's at 1.5 on the Goblin play, and I think he's at 3.5 on the Demon play. There's nothing in between. So, what do you guys think of Kobe White? And then we'll kind of jump around the Bulls a little bit. I'll start with you, Major.
Yeah, Kobe, points or field goal attempts. Those were the two I was looking at. I think he's going to have a lot of shots, have a lot of opportunities for points. They're still missing Zach LaVine, so it's pretty much up to him and DeMar. And Kobe is a very unstoppable scorer when he gets hot, and he was ultra hot in their first play-in game, so he can continue that. The Heat do have DeLon and Haywood that they could throw out there, but I think 20.5 is pretty good for him, or I believe it was 17 field goal attempts. I feel like he would hit that pretty easily.
Ross, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was very surprising watching the last game, Maxey not getting as hot to a start that he usually does when he plays against us, but Kobe White had 42 points last game. I mean, I don't see him slowing down anytime soon. And obviously, Terry Rozier is going to be out. You don't really have that main guard play unless you have DeLon Wright or Haywood Highsmith come in early or Caleb Martin being put on Kobe White. So the 20.5 points, I think he's definitely going to smash. Unfortunately, I think he's going to go way over that line.
Yeah, and then Alex Caruso has been an interesting story. He's a little bit banged up going into this game, but he's still on the board now, and it looks like he's going to play in this one. So if he does play, I mean, I would probably tend to lean under on some of his maybe his counting stats. But the guy's a pest, obviously. So he could sneak in here with one block shot or 7 rebounds and assists, something like that. But Andre Drummond is an interesting one, depending on the minutes and kind of the foul situation I think they're in. I think that he could maybe get over this 4.5 points. That might be one of those under the radar plays. But looking at Chicago, obviously you have to check out DeMar DeRozan. So Ross, what do you think of DeRozan in this one?
Yeah, DeRozan, I feel like, we all remember the last time we played them in the play-in game. He was just foul baiting like crazy. It felt like he went to the free throw line so much that game. So first, I love his 37 points, rebounds, assists. He's hit it in his last 5 games. He's averaging 42 points, rebounds, assists in that span. It feels like one of those DeRozan games as well as Kobe White. I feel like DeRozan's going to take over. I feel like he steps up big time in these big game situations. I would also look at his 7 free throws made. He's going to go to the line a bunch, I feel like. And the Heat love to jump at defenders, especially trying to close out. So I feel like he probably hits that easily. And he doesn't miss from the free throw line very often.
Yeah, he's definitely consistent there. Major, what do you think about DeMar? And then we'll pivot over to the West Coast game for a bit.
Yeah, similar to Kobe, I think DeMar's going to have a lot of shot, over 20.5 field goal attempts. He's hit it 4 of the last 5. He was 19 in the last game when they relied heavily on Kobe. I don't think there's too many games where Kobe's going to have 42 points and take away some of the shots from DeMar. But he averaged 21.8 shots in April, so he's been shooting the crap out of the ball recently, and I don't think that's going to stop. Honestly, I don't think there's a amazing matchup to stop DeMar on the Heat, because they also got to worry about Kobe, which is the more nuclear player.
Yeah, Chicago's gonna get theirs, I feel like, on the offensive end, even though the Heat did play pretty well defensively against Philadelphia. I just think with Jimmy being limited a little bit and just the offense kind of running through Hero, who wasn't making those shots, it was just a recipe for them just not to make those 2 or 3 definitive plays in that game that could have changed the whole tenor of the season. So we'll hope for better things tonight in terms of offensive execution. And we've got one more game on the late West Coast. The other playing game tonight, we have Sacramento versus New Orleans at 9:30 on TNT. No Zion for the Pelicans. So what do you guys like in this one? Major, I'll start with you.
I'm going to go with CJ McCollum points. I got burned on it last time, but no Zion. He's going to have – I feel like I'm saying the same thing for every guy. A lot of shot attempts, a lot of opportunity for points. CJ's been absolutely killing it recently. His points, rebounds, assists also, at 34. He's been playing a well-rounded game. He should have the ball a lot. So that would be something I could see, or, we could pivot to Brandon Ingram, and you could see him having the ball a little bit more, some more shot attempts, and he hit his points there as well.
Ross, what do you like in Sacramento and New Orleans?
Sacramento, New Orleans. I love De'Aaron Fox. I feel like he's one of those guys that loves to push the ball down the paint, kick it out to some of his three-point shooters that can nail it. So 6 assists. I think he's going to hit it. He's pushed or hit this line in his last 4 or 5. Keegan Murray had 8 3-pointers last game. I think he continues to be hot from there. So Keegan Murray over 3.5 threes. It doesn't look like a bad line. But I like the Fox assist more than that. I think that he'll be able to kick the ball down to Sabonis. I don't think New Orleans has the interior defense that they would like. I know they got Herb Jones and a couple of those other guys over there, but their interior stuff, Sabonis is going to get his points, rebounds, assists is 41.5. So a lot of good lines for the Kings. My favorite, definitely that Fox over 6 assists.
Yeah, there should be a pretty entertaining second game tonight. Obviously, we'll be in a better mood if the Heat can pull this one out versus Chicago with a little more interest in that West Coast game. So want to thank Major and Ross for joining us and everybody for watching. So enjoy the games tonight and make sure to sign up with code FIVE. You get a full deposit match up to $100 on Prize Picks. Hopefully they're going to come back in Florida one of these days, but still legal in 31 other states. So to all of our fans outside of the Florida market, we thank you for your support, and make sure to follow us for more Heat-related content. And obviously, we got a lot going into the NFL draft next week, so stay tuned. But let's focus on the Heat. Hopefully, we get that win tonight. Thanks, everybody.